take a seat. Come on. Latecomers. It's okay, we forgive you. Sit down, wherever. Find a seat. This is the guy waving back there. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Anna Grossman, and I'm a compulsive liar. That's a lie. I'm actually a compulsive editor. You see, I edit what I say, so that while what I'm saying to you is technically true, I'm not being completely honest. Some techniques I use are the pause, where I won't say anything and get you to assume that I'm agreeing with you. Other techniques I use are the exaggeration, generalization, aka BSing, something I'm sure everyone here has done at some point. There's also the change of subject and the literal response, which is when you ask me a question, I will respond word for word exactly the literal answer to the question, but I will refrain other opinions and thoughts that might actually go along with that question. That might be vital for you to know. Anyway, this is a bit confusing, so we're going to put this in a more contextualized setting. The time is 2008. I am 17, and after a year have come to the conclusion that as much as a 17-year-old is able, I am in love with my best friend. Today is the day that I'm going to tell him. We're going running. It's sort of a bonding thing that we did. All right. For this scene, Zane will be playing my best friend, and Christy will be playing me. We pick up around mile 3. I'm looking a bit sick, partly because we were on mile 3 of a pretty long sprint run, and partly because I know I only have about 1 mile left to confess my feelings. All right, let's go.
Are you okay?
The pause. He assumes this is because it's mile 3. It's actually because I don't know what to say.
So, how are things with guys?
Frustrating? I'll date a guy and things will go well, but something wrong always comes to the surface. They're pretty, but that's it.
Disclaimer, I do not hate men. That was a generalization. I had dated one guy that year. Yes, he was pretty. But we had broken up mutually because, well, I realized I had feelings for that guy, and by that guy I mean the guy who's representing, not actually Zane, because I hadn't met him at this point. But let's move on.
So, you objectify men?
No, they're just either in love with my sister or gay. You're not gay, are you?
A generalization, though very sadly truer than it would seem, and followed by a change of subject to distract him from a subject that he was hitting a bit close to. However, this led him to ask this.
No, you're not a lesbian, are you?
No.
Up with you! All right, thank you.
How can you be sure?
I just know I'm not.
This is also a retroactive, literal answer. I knew I was not a lesbian because I had feelings for him. However, I was not completely sure of my sexuality when I was 17 because I was 17. I'm still not completely sure of it as a 20-year-old because I'm 20. Anyway, let's continue with this.
Should we talk about something else?
No.
We don't talk anymore. We should talk more.
So yeah, I didn't confess my feelings, which is why it's here. My protecting stopped me from confessing feelings that I really hadn't developed for my best friend. It also stopped me from being honest about a lot of things and, frankly, from missing some very important indicators.
How do you know you're not a lesbian?
Change of subject.
How can you be sure?
Hidden truth.
We should talk more. I feel we don't talk anymore.
Me and my best friend didn't talk much for actually the next year. About a year later, my best friend came out of the closet. He told a lot of our friends. I was not one of them. This story is about a confession that I have, but it's also about a confession that I never received. I found out about my best friend coming out of the closet from his boyfriend's roommate. It's kind of fucked up. And on this day, a year earlier, he was involved with his first relationship with another guy, and I had said this.
You're not gay, are you?
We talk now. We're close. But we're not as close as we once were. I keep replaying that part of the scene in my head, thinking that if I had said things differently, maybe we wouldn't have had that year where we fought, maybe we would have become deeper friends, maybe he would have confessed to me right then and there. But you can't go back and change things. And I would like to say that this was the first time that editing had hurt a relationship, or that it was the last time. It wasn't. But I'm determined that it won't again. Which brings me to my three challenges for all of you. Challenge number 1, I'm really trying to stop this, so if I'm in a conversation with any of you, and you see me doing the pause, exaggerating, generalizing, literally answering your questions, or changing the subject at a very odd point, stop me, because I cannot do this alone. Point 2. So I kind of edited the beginning of this. I said I'm a compulsive editor. I'm really, really good at it, but I'm not compulsive. I can control it. And you guys think I'm good. Look at our politicians. Yes, I went there, I made this political suck it! Look at a typical advertisement or a debate. God, if you have to take a shot every single time they use one of these strategies, you'll be drunk in like 10 minutes. So please, everyone, call our political figures out on this, because they can not only fuck up relationships with their friends, they can fuck up this country. And point number 3, look inward at yourself. When do you catch yourself in a conversation pausing, generalizing, putting up these protections because it's easier? Stop editing. All right, now it's your turn to clap.